You've been told rodents are small, skittish scavengers at the bottom of the food chain, but biology once broke those rules. Meet Josephoartigasia, a 1,000-kilogram titan the size of a bull. Imagine a common rat. Now, visualize it inflating until it's the size of a full-grown Hereford bull, weighing over 2,000 pounds. This is not a monster movie prop. Forget everything you know about rats. This prehistoric powerhouse used its lethal incisors to dominate Pliocene predators in a total biological reversal. Our story begins 4 million years ago in the Pliocene epoch. South America was an isolated island continent, a laboratory for evolutionary extremes. The wetlands of what is now Uruguay and Brazil were home to the most successful rodent body plan in history, a world where the prey animals became the giants. In these murky rivers, Josephoartigasia reigned supreme. It was a time before the continents joined and before the world's climate shifted forever. At 1,000 kilograms, this rodent had the mass of an SUV. Every step required a skeletal frame redesigned for incredible stress. Its limb density was closer to a hippo than a hamster. This was a biological tank, engineered to withstand its own massive weight in soft, riparian mud. But the real marvel was the skull. It supported incisors over 30 centimeters long, capable of delivering forces that defied the rodent lineage. Despite its terrifying appearance, this giant was a peaceful herbivore. It spent its days grazing on soft vegetation along the riverbanks. Its diet consisted of 5 primary sources: aquatic grasses, soft river tubers, floating ferns, riparian shrubs, and seasonal marsh fruits. Maintaining a 1-ton body required constant feeding. It was a massive metabolic engine, processing hundreds of pounds of fiber every single day. How long did these titans live? Based on modern capybara data and dental wear patterns, scientists estimate a lifespan of 20 to 30 years. Like their modern relatives, they were likely highly social. They lived in small groups, protecting their young from the shadows of the Pliocene. Juvenile Josephoartigasia were born ready to swim. In a world of predators, growth had to be rapid. Speed was the only defense before they reached full mass. Modern research uses CT scans to reveal a biomechanical secret. While it grazed like a cow, its incisors functioned like hippo tusks. A common rat bites with 200 psi. Josephoartigasia was a bone-crushing anomaly with a calculated bite force of 3,000 psi. That is 3 times stronger than a lion. These teeth weren't just for eating, they were weapons of territorial defense and excavation. When threatened, this prey animal became the most dangerous killer in the wetland. It utilized its massive bite to fend off apex predators. Its defense strategy was twofold: retreating into deep water where it was agile, or delivering a skull-crushing strike to any attacker. But even a 1-ton rodent had enemies. The South American Pliocene was a gauntlet of biological terrors. The top 5 predators included the saber-toothed Smilodon, the massive terror birds, the giant crocodilians, bone-crushing marsupial carnivores, and the aggressive Sparassodonts. The Smilodon brought 1,500 psi of pressure, but against a 3,000 psi rodent, even the saber-tooth had to think twice. Terror birds used speed and height. But in the water, Josephoartigasia was nearly invulnerable, using its hippo-like traits to vanish into the depths. It was the king of the wetlands, a bull-sized titan that defied biological limits, yet this prehistoric giant vanished. The extinction was driven by 5 critical factors: the drying of the wetlands, the cooling global climate, the rise of the Andes Mountains, habitat fragmentation, and the Great American Biotic Interchange. As the water disappeared, so did the giant's advantage. The hippo-like traits that saved it from predators became a liability on dry land. New competitors from the north brought higher intelligence and group hunting tactics. The giant rodent was a relic of a world that no longer existed. Why did the small capybara survive while its bone-crushing ancestor died out? Evolution often favors the adaptable over the powerful. Here are 5 scientific facts about this monster. First, its skull was 53 centimeters long. Second, it had the largest bite force of any known rodent. Third, it is the only member of its genus. Fourth, it likely used its teeth like a shovel for digging. Fifth, its weight reached over 2,000 pounds. The first fossils were discovered in the San Jose Formation of Uruguay. This discovery rewrote our understanding of mammalian body limits. You can see these massive remains at the National Museum of Natural History and Anthropology in Montevideo. It is a haunting testament to a lost giant. Josephoartigasia proves that rodents aren't just shadows in the grass. They were once the titans of the South American wetlands. If you want to see more prehistoric anomalies, like and subscribe to Extinct Earth. Tell us in the comments, would you face a 1-ton rat?